Okay, the Mayans. Los Mayans viven en el Yucatán Peninsula y viven entre 2000 BC y 900 AD. Ellos viven en familias grandes. Las personas comen mucho maíz y tortillas con frijoles y verduras. Ellos tienen muchos días y palacios religiosos. Los mayans crean un calendario sofisticado. Un calendario termina el 21 de diciembre. Mainly, the Mayan Territory was in much of the Yucatan Peninsula and parts of what is today Guatemala. The men, they cut wood for most of the day from the forest, and they carried up to 150 pounds on their back. And they also farmed and hunted. The women, they would get up super early, like before dawn, and they'd cook breakfast, which was mainly tortillas, which they would actually make from the corn in the mornings, with beans and vegetables. The children, they would usually help with the chores, and only the noble children, the ones that come from noble families, got to go to school. The importance of corn, they kind of basically worshipped it. There were actually 8 different names for tortilla. A few, like a tortilla sitting in the gourd is ba. Your tortilla is aba, and my tortilla is kat. They would place different colors of corn on 4 sides of the houses, and each piece would represent a different cardinal direction. They had many religious buildings, like temples and pyramids and stuff like that. And their homes were interwoven sticks that were held together by mud and grass, like a mixture of it. And then the roof was held on with long strings of grass that they tied together. And the beams and posts were mainly from oak trees and pine trees. The Mayan ball game, it's still played today, well, a version of it, and it's called ulama. It's similar to racquetball. The betting was common. I mean, everyone, like they do in football today, bet on who's going to win. And it is the longest continuously played game. Like, they've been playing it ever since the Mayans. There were over 117 gods, like a lot more than that, I'm sure. Amakik was the god of agriculture. He actually would capture the wind when he feared it would destroy the crops. Ixtab is the god of suicide, and suicide was said to lead you to the heavens, which that's why it was so common back then. And Chak is the god of rain. The Spaniards, in the 16th century, they came to Mayan territory, and the Mayans joined them to defeat their enemies, the Chiapenecs. And after they defeated the Chiapenecs, the Spaniards took the Mayans and enslaved them, which obviously they betrayed them. But they weren't the first Spaniards to come. The first Spaniards actually came and were shipwrecked. Their ship hit a reef, and they floated up onto Mayan territory along the Yucatan Peninsula. And by the time they were rescued, there were only 2 survivors. One of them was praying and pleading to go back home. The other had actually taken in and become the leader of the Mayan warriors. So, and that's my reference page.